bring out our host. We have Dr. Peter Wolfing here with us tonight. Peter's track record is absolutely incredible. He was the CEO of his own company in the digital marketing space going back to 1998. He helped many, many people with success. I was part of that trainer, and this speaks volumes. So, Peter, it's great to have you here. Please share with us why Talk Fusion, and let's get into this exciting information. Over to you, Peter.
Hey, thank you so much, Rob. Thank you so much. Hey, guys, I had the entrepreneur disease. What is that, you might say? Well, I didn't know what it was back then, but at the age of 5, I loved buying and selling stuff, and I started to follow my mom into her footsteps, and learning the different crafts that she did, and working from home and so on, and started to develop my belief that I could do anything. And throughout my life, I've done a lot of different things that have really molded me into the person I am today. And as it is with everyone, went into the Marine Corps, did very well in the Marine Corps, learned leadership and discipline and the restaurant business with word of mouth advertising, which I'll touch on later on with Talk Fusion. And as I moved into New York City, where I lived there for 34 years, I in turn started to learn about network marketing. And that was a perfect thing for me because I had no idea what it was, never heard about it before. But this concept of being able to talk to someone who talked to someone who talked to someone, refer, and track that on a global basis, I was like, the light came on over my head, and that was the proverbial cartoon thing, and it made perfect sense to me. And I was off and running in 1990 with the network marketing business because it made perfect sense to me coming from the restaurant business. And I love digital products, so I gravitated to digital products, which in turn, Rob had introduced me to this company called Talk Fusion in 2010. Now, he said it started in 2007, but 2010, hey, I was looking at it. I said, this looks really solid. The product looks really great, but I'm running something that I'm doing really, really well with, and it just wasn't the right time for me, and I missed the first wave. Maybe some of you know about Talk Fusion 1.0, and you missed the first wave. Well, this is my second chance to be able to be part of something that is going to change the world as I see it. And so I looked at it. I was retired for a number of years, and I started to check off boxes, and I'll cover some of those boxes later on when I go through the presentation. And I came to the conclusion that I just can't not do this. This is something that is so compelling that I can change lives, and it made me so excited to want to get out of the retirement mindset and get back into the game. I don't have to worry about running a company. I can actually help train and help people to become successful as well. And it made perfect sense to me. Thus, I'm here with you tonight. So let's get started, Rob, with this thing called Talk Fusion. I think you'll get really excited. And that is so exciting. I remember watching that for the first time. And this company, for me, one word comes in is speed. Everything is speed, fast, quickly, global. Okay. And we're talking about video email. And I don't want you to get caught up in the email aspect of it. It's a much larger solution than just email. It's social media. We'll soon be going into the text market and so on. Lots of solutions for people, but it's really communications, which is the bedrock of all society, communications. And you want to be different than everyone else, not the same. And we're allowing you to stand out in the inbox compared to everything else out there, because in the attention economy, everybody's vying for eyeballs, and you want to be someone that is going to be a difference maker and be a disruptor. You want to do that, and Talk Fusion is allowing you to do that. So with the power of video and the ease of email, it's letting you do that. And it's great for personal, business, charity, social media, which covers basically everything. And it's simple, fun, and affordable. Now, simple is great, complexity kills, right? 1, 2, and send. We're going to get a great mobile app at the time of launch, but you can also use your laptop or desktop and record video, okay, and upload it into the system. But step number 1 is you're going to be able to pick from over 1,000 multi-language templates. They cover all sorts of different categories in personal, business, charity, social media, you name it. And I've heard through Little Birdie and many presentations that it's up to 1,500 right now and growing, because they want to basically over deliver, and they always do. The second thing is, after you pick your template, is to record the video and just attach it to the template, which you'll see on your screen right there. And on the bottom, it says powered by Talk Fusion, right? You'll have your name, your information, and your video there. Hit the button and send. Whether you want to send it to 1, 10, 1,000, 10,000 people, you can, depending on the package that you pick. Instant, 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 and it's quick and speed. You know, they say good is good, better is better, best is really good, but being different is best. You want to be world class in a world that's just got so many different people vying for your attention. And Talk Fusion allows you to do that with world class templates. The first category you want to talk about right now is personal usage. And of course, happy birthdays. And today being Father's Day, we in turn can use that for all sorts of categories. They're all nicely separated for you. You pick what you want: weddings, vacation memories, baby moments, I love you, thank you, holiday greetings, all sorts of things available for you. Attach that video, hit the button, and virtually reach through the screen and touch somebody's heart that's important to you. The next one is business or commercial uses. And business or commercial uses is such a great category because you in turn can talk to all the businesses that you frequent anyway. You don't live under a rock, right? You go to a restaurant, you go to a hair salon. Well, not me, but you go to a hair salon. You know what I'm talking about, right? You go to all these different places, and you in turn can make a video with the restaurant name in the background, send it to a manager, send it to a business, and they in turn can look at it and say, hey, you know, this is really good. Maybe I want it for my business. Or the business can use it themselves. Or if you're a solopreneur, all these different things are available: product demos, sales announcements, training, advertisements, customer service, presentations. Yes, even presentations, because you can do up to 10 minutes of recording time depending on the package that you use. Now let's talk about charity uses, because charities are a special breed of people. Those are people that love to do things from their heart. Whether you're a church, a synagogue, or you love animals, or you're looking to help veterans with PTSD, or you're raising awareness of something, you need to do fundraising, because if you don't have the funds, you can't do the good deeds that you want to do. Maybe you want to thank your donors. Maybe you want to have event promotion, develop awareness to your brand of what you're looking to do and how you're looking to help people. And you can do this with all of the Talk Fusion products. Now let's talk about the custom templates, because yes, you get 1,500 branded templates that are already done in the system, okay? And you get to have your own custom branded template that's done by our award-winning art department in the company, because the company is debt-free. And they're going to make something for you that you're going to be proud to be able to stand out from the crowd, pound your chest and say, look at me, this is my brand, okay? And they will go to your website, they'll go back and forth with you, do your color schemes or whatever you want to do, and make it just right for you. Put it in your back office, and you can use it to brand yourself, because branding is super important. And you can have your style, your personality, your brand, and it's included with every product package purchased. So here's some samples one for you. Now, obviously, Talk Fusion with Talk Fusion 1 has done thousands and thousands of these, but these are some samples for you. And let's focus on the top three: Applebee's, Lamborghini, and Norwegian Cruise Line. We all know the names. They spend multi-millions of dollars with focus groups and so on their brand. They're not going to let any company fool with their brand. They want to make sure that it's going to be world class. And they've been using Talk Fusion for many, many years. And if they're using Talk Fusion and they spent multi-millions of dollars on their brand, what do you think they think you're going to do with Talk Fusion for you? They're going to take care of you and give you something that's world class for you as well too. Focus on the stats on this video, everybody. You know, that one of the things they say about business is being in front of a wave and starting to paddle and being pushed to shore, because you're going to be multiplied. The effort that you're going to be doing is multiplied with the effort of everyone else because you're in momentum. And one of the reasons why we're in momentum is because we have an amazing product. And this product also includes real-time reporting. It is going to allow you as a business person to work smart, not necessarily work hard, but yes, work hard, of course, but smarter, because time and money are very important and they're intertwined together. Whether you're sending out 1, 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000 video emails, each one has a separate tracking link, and you can see who watched your video, when they watched it, how long they watched it, and what do you do with that? Well, you in turn contact the person that spent the most time on your video, because you're working with the right person at the right time to see who's hot and who's not. That is so important in business, and that comes with the product purchase as well. Great stuff. Thank you, Bob. So here's the three packages to pick from. And one of the major check boxes that I wanted to see was, is it affordable for a global audience? Because being a digital product, it transcends borders, and we're opening in well over 100 to 150 countries on day one. Starter package is $175. That is a one-time purchase, certainly affordable anywhere around the world, and at only a $20 monthly maintenance fee. And what you get in that package is that template base of product templates with multiple languages, one custom video email template done by the art department, 5 minutes of recording time. And if you have contacts from previous businesses or doing things on the internet or whatever, you can import them into the system, whether it's 1, 5, 100, or 2,500 into the system, and send to those people beautiful video emails. You also get 2 gigabytes of storage. Now, the Elite package is one step up from that, a little more robust. Still get the same stuff you got before with the template system, but now you get 3 custom video email templates, 10 minutes of recording time, up to 5,000 contacts of yours that you can put into the system, and even more storage space so you can store the videos you've done before. You don't have to constantly redo them if you don't need to. The next one up there is the Pro package, and obviously it's the best package value, and you'll see why in just a minute. Same thing as the other ones. You get that whole template package, but now you get 10 custom video email templates. So why would you need that? Well, if you're a solopreneur, or you're doing multiple businesses, or you're a coach or a speaker, or you want to do split testing, you can use these custom video email templates to your advantage, and the art department will do a great job for you on that. 10 minutes recording time, up to 10,000 of your personal contacts, and 6 gigabytes of storage. But here's the perfect part and why I picked it, and that's the private label, also known as white label. What does that mean, Pete? Well, if you don't know what that means, if you saw all the beautiful templates and on the bottom it said powered by Talk Fusion, if people click on that, and many people will when you use the product, they're going to want to find out more about it. If they'll go directly to your link. If they buy the product, guess what? You get paid, right? But many people are going to want a soup to nuts solution if they have businesses and so on, because they want their name on everything. They don't want people to see Talk Fusion for whatever reason. That's perfectly fine with us. And they can replace their logo in the powered by Talk Fusion section and put powered by peterwolfing.com, whatever, okay? And that is so powerful because it appeals to many, many people. And it's still so affordable, only $700 one time and a whopping $50 a month. And I say that sarcastically because it's so almost laughable. It's so cheap because you get all of those features in there. And guess what? Any of these monthly packages, you can prepay for 1 year and save 10% as well. Now let's talk about the heartbeat of the company, the heart and soul of a company, which is Bob and Christy Reyna. Bob started out as a police officer, and I can identify with him being in the Marine Corps. I was a sergeant in the Marine Corps, and I know all the discipline and the heartache and the toughness that you have to be able to do that. And guess what? He came out number 1 in his class. Now, I came out number 3 out of 72 people in my platoon when I graduated. And I tell you, it's not easy. It's very, very tough. A lot of focus involved with that. And I just give all the kudos to Bob for doing that. And he was part of the SWAT team too, so you don't want to mess with Bob, right? But seriously, he in turn did fantastically well, and he found out about the network marketing industry. And he just got blindsided by many companies and open and close, rose to the top of many companies, did very well. But he said, listen, I want to open up my own. And he had this idea for video email and came up with a better mousetrap. And he got programmers busy to build his product and launched in 2007. Now, that product took the world by storm, helped millions and millions of people around the world. And guess what? When you help millions of people, you in turn should be rewarded accordingly. That's his house, that's his boat, that's his jet, that's his Lambo, that's his Rolls. They deserve to get that. But it shows that he has a better mousetrap and he has built something very, very successful. And you want to be able to connect with people like that. And also, when that happens, they become very wealthy. But what they do with that money is very important because you want someone that helps other people, and it just magnifies who you are as a person. Bob has helped so many people and even animals. He loves animals. Look at that, $1 million donated to the Humane Society of Tampa Bay, contributed $75,000 toward the Wendy Albano Feral Cat House. You can see all the things on here, and there's so many other ones. He's a very humble guy. But what does that mean to us? If you know of a guy that does that, and he has a big heart, guess what he does for the people that helps him build his dream? Well, he's helping us build our dream, and he's going to take care of us as well, too. Now, it's a company you can trust, and I look at this as one of my top check boxes. He must have integrity, right? He has to have ethical standards and customer and consumer business practices. They're actually a member of the DSA, Direct Selling Association, which is really difficult to get in. You have to go through a 1-year probation period. And it's a debt-free company. I mentioned that before. And they develop all their own technology, their own art department, all housed in the company itself. Over 200 years experience, and they have promoters in well over 100 countries. This company is solid, okay? Very, very solid. And I wanted to come in with a company that I can build so I can build something long-term, and my group has the opportunity to mature. Now, Talk Fusion has no competition, and that is super important because there really is nothing else out like there. Bob has built a better mousetrap that is so far superior than anything else out there. He has set a standard and separated himself technologically from anything else on the market. Yet it still is a simple business model anybody can follow. Simplicity is great, complexity kills, right? Global marketplace, we mentioned that before, perfect timing, and a virtual product that has a real need in the marketplace. What is that? It's communication. Everybody communicates. People see it, they love it, they want it. This product really, it's either no selling or very little involved, because when people see it, they instinctively know what it is. They don't have to buy it, or they don't have to try it, taste it, feel it. You see it and, oh, wow, that's really cool, right? Now, let's talk on the other side of the check boxes, the money part. It's the fastest payout in MLM history. Fun to promote, has to be fun. No inventory, no shipping, no waiting. That is incredible. As I said, we are in speed company right now, speed company. Let's talk about the world's first instant pay compensation plan. That is so cool because being in a microwave society, you want everything right now. Well, you can't beat instant, all right? And there's 5 ways to make money. 4 of them are paid instantly. One is paid once a month. That is the fast start bonus, team commissions, mega matching bonus, rank advancement bonus, and the one that everyone wants to shoot for is the leadership pool. But before we get into the actual money making, let's talk real. Okay, we're going to be all adults here. The earnings portrayed in this presentation are not necessarily representative of any income, if any, that a Talk with Fusion promoter can or will earn through their participation in the compensation plan. These figures should not be considered as guarantees or projections of your actual earnings or profits. Any representation or guarantee of the earnings would be misleading. Success with Talk Fusion results only from successful sales efforts, which require hard work, diligence, and leadership. Your success will depend on how effectively you exercise these qualities. All right, so let's get into seeing how the money works. Now, the first way you make money is traditional sales. It is like an affiliate program. You sell something, you get paid, okay? Fast start bonuses, there's no limit to the number of fast start bonuses you can earn. If you're at any package, you can sell any package. And if you sell the starter package, you get $50 paid instantly. The elite package, you get $100 paid instantly. And if you sell a pro package, you get $200 instantly. And again, there's no limit to the number of fast start bonuses you can earn. We want you to sell as many as possible because it's going to help you to get those fast start bonuses. Now, number 2 is interesting, okay? This is where it's not all about you. It has something to do with you, but it's a team effort, okay? And we use what's called a binary compensation plan. Bi means 2, a left side and a right side. In this case, on the illustration, it says left team, right team. As you bring people into the system and you start to help and train and motivate them and assist them, you're going to start to have organizations on the left and on the right-hand side. To qualify, all you need is to be active yourself on the monthly, have one person on the left that you sponsored, one person on the right that's also active on the monthly as well, and you're qualified for all commissions that you're able to achieve. Now, you can make up to $50,000 on what I'm going to tell you right now, up to $50,000 per week. Now, everything here has volume. Starter package is 100 sales volume, 10 on the monthly. The elite is 200 sales volume, 20 on the monthly. And the pro is 400 sales volume, 25 sales volume points on the monthly. All of those accrue on the left side and the right side. Now, as you see on the left side illustration, once you reach 200 points on the left through your entire organization and 200 points on the right through your entire organization, the system will generate a $25 commission for you. All right? That is because you're having an organizational group volume, and the system will do that for you. Now, let's say you sell a pro package on the right and a pro package on the left, or your team does. That's 200 points more than you would need for the $25 commission. So thus, it would generate you a $50 commission. And as I said before, this team commission is a maximum of $50,000 per week that you can earn as you move up the ranks. Now let's go to number 3. And number 3 is where you in turn are assisting other people. And when you assist other people to help you in the commission, to help you build your business, let's go to number 3 in the slide, please. Thank you so much. And we're talking about the mega matching bonus, and you can earn an additional 10% on what we talked about in the previous slide, the team commissions. If you help other people be successful, then you in turn are going to be successful too, okay? Now, if someone earns a $25 commission that you sponsored, guess what? You're gonna earn 10%. Now, if that person also helps his team or her team make a $25 commission, they're going to get 10%, and you are going to get 10%. Now, if you extrapolate that with the example on the right-hand side, you can see that those commissions and on the mega matching bonus can add up quite substantially. And again, there's no limit to the number of mega matching bonuses you can earn. Now let's talk about number 4, and this is a one-time bonus, okay? This is not weekly or monthly, one-time bonus, and this is a perk that Bob has given us because as I learned in the Marine Corps, when people give you attaboys and rank advancements and things like that, well, you feel great, you know? And Bob says, hey, I'm gonna motivate them by giving them a cash bonus paid in 1 minute. This is the rank advancement bonus, and once you reach 3-star, which is not that difficult to do, you can do it, Now, that's only $500 that you can earn, and that's paid instantly. The diamond is 1,000, the double diamond is 2,000, triple diamond is 3,000, and diamond elite is 5,000. These are all independently paid to you instantly in 1 minute. Now, that can really give you a nice bonus, nice pat on the back, right? Again, these are paid one time for you, and we'll go over what it takes to reach those ranks in a later slide. Now, number 5 is what many people, not everybody, what many people are going to shoot for, which is the blue diamond rank, and that is the top in the company at this time. And this is where they have achieved the pinnacle of team building in the company. It's very difficult to get this. It's going to probably take you a lot of time to do it, but it's going to be worth it should you achieve this and you do the right things. What does this mean for you? Well, you're going to share in 1% of the total sales volume that's generated worldwide by the company. And we all know Talk Fusion is going to be a monster. It's going to do fantastic. So you know those worldwide sales are going to go through the roof, and you're going to share with the other qualified blue diamonds 1% of the total sales volume worldwide, and it's possible that that'll be substantial for you. Now let's go into the next slide and show you what it means by moving up the ranks. Now this is a weekly cycle for each one as an illustration, and it's just to show you if you multiplied one cycle times $25, you're going to make $25, right? Now if you go up to the 3-star, which is where you make that first $500 bonus, if you do 50 weekly cycles, you're going to earn $1,250. That would be 50 times 25 plus that 500 bonus, right? Now, diamond, double diamond, triple diamond, double diamond elite, and blue diamond, you see those cycles that you can get. If you achieve those cycles, you're going to look to achieve the amount of money on the right. And then this is, again, in illustration purposes only on the weekly cycle possibility. If you want to say, hey, how much would I make in a month? Well, if you duplicate that for 4 weeks straight, you can extrapolate what you're going to make. You just multiply the weekly team commissions by 4, and you can see how that would be possible. So again, this is if you achieve these ranks, these cycles all the time, and for illustration purposes only. But I love this slide because it shows me what I can shoot for. So guys, join us today. This is just a basic overview via the products and the compensation plan and how it can benefit you and your family. We are launching really soon. And what we're going to be doing is I'm going to have Rob come on in just a minute, and we're going to be putting an application in the chat, and just download that application. And what we want you to do is get it back to the person that introduced you to Talk Fusion. You get on the pre-enrollee list, and once we launch and they let the people know what to do and enter you in, you'll be in the system and we'll be launched and ready to go. So let me turn it back over to you, Rob.
Wow, Dr. Peter, thank you so much for that fantastic presentation. Just an incredible overview of our product and the compensation plan. And for me personally, it's been an incredible journey. You know, I started with Talk Fusion, the first version you mentioned before, in 2010, Dr. Peter. And as you know, it was an incredible journey. It was something that was like out of a fantasy world. I mean, literally, it grew so fast. Now, I was committed, I had dreams, and I put the time in. But it happened so fast because of the instant pay and the fact that the product is virtual. It just went crazy. We started doing business overseas, and we got so much attention outside the USA that we didn't really focus on the country, because you're going to follow the money. But the point is this, guys: when you have a system that Dr. Wolfing shared here with you tonight that sells itself, and people get paid in 1 minute, man, money gives you energy, and it can happen to anyone that puts the time and efforts in. We're going to be sharing a 4-step system here after this presentation, created by the founder and CEO, Bob Rain, to show you how to move up the ranks at lightning speed. So stick around for that. Dr. Peter, I want to just thank you for all you're doing here. Back to you.
Hey, thank you so much, Rob. Yeah, you definitely want to stay around for the 4-step system. It's so simple. Bob's made it like crystal clear for us. The next person I want to bring out is Miss Tammy Demirza. Tammy, if you can unmute, that'd be great. Tammy's just a very, let me just say, interesting and special person in my heart. And she's well accomplished. She's in multiple authors, speaks all around the world. And why Talk Fusion, Tammy?
Well, I have to tell you that I'm starting to see a trend, Peter, that is really starting to trouble me until I found Talk Fusion. And that is, even speaking in Manhattan and having my picture on the banners in Times Square, the other speakers that I was talking to, I heard of 7 different meetings that were either canceled in universities or people are not showing. So what I started realizing a couple of months ago is that I'm going to have to change how I do business. We are looking for relationships. We are going to have to be much more personal. We're going to have to reach people in different ways because people got bombarded after 2020 and they've been oversold and overpriced and too many people on the market. This is the cutting edge. To me, this is like finding ChatGPT 2 years ago. And now I use it all day long, every day. To me, that is what Talk Fusion is. It's huge. And it's the answer to building relationships to do business, to get people more interested. They want to be with people they trust. And seeing you and feeling you is the way to do it.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Tammy. I appreciate for sharing. Now let me turn it back over to Rob. And Rob, let's see who else we have available.
I believe we have Mr. Daryl McCutcheon. Daryl's a deacon there in his church, and he's got some exciting things to share. He was part of Talk Fusion 1, and he really is fired up. Daryl, great to have you here. Please open up and share why Talk Fusion.
All right, can you all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
First of all, Dr. Wolf and Peter, fantastic job on the presentations. Are always, man, I always delight in getting an opportunity to hear you do the presentation. Rob Brody, you're an incredible host and presenter and leader as well. Both of you guys are incredible leaders, as well as some other leaders that are present. As Rob was saying, I came into the Talk Fusion Discovery in 2010, part of the 1.0 group. I was looking for something that was going to be different for me, something that would give me that edge over everyone else that was out there marketing, something that would allow me a delivery with what I had to offer. That was three things: who you are, what you have, and why you want it. And Talk Fusion allowed me to deliver that first impression. You never get a second chance on a first impression. So I used it repeatedly over and over and over again. I used it for just basic personal communications. I used it for business communications. I attended a lot of business to business meetings during that era. And I would meet people and collect cards. And when I want to establish business relations with them, I would send them a video email after I met them. And it was easy for them to make that connection with me, receiving a video email and just looking at the card. Some people don't have pictures on their cards, so people look at the card and say, oh God, I only remember this person. Did they leave an impact? Talk Fusion video email allows you to leave an impact in a direct communication with people that they just won't forget. And in the process, it sells itself. I also used it for our church during the COVID era, when members of church could not come to church. And we needed a way, my pastor and I needed a way to deliver sermons to the congregation. And we used Talk Fusion to do just that. So it's phenomenal. The instant pay, it's unheard of. You hear our leaders talk to you and our presenters talk to you about no competition. There is no competition. I say this now, and I'll close out with this, Peter. I started using this tool in 2010. I will say I've never, ever received a video email from anybody. Not once. Not once. I get a lot of other emails, but I've never gotten a video email. Talk Fusion is the only company that can do that with the quality of service that it has to offer. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah, not to mention that they are whitelisted on thousands of servers around the world because their servers have been around since 2007. So that's, they're going to get maximum deliverability, and not everybody can promise 100% deliverability, but they're way up there. I'll tell you that right now. Back to you, Rob.
Wow. Well, thank you, Dr. Peter, for this amazing presentation. We're certainly fired up. The product is out, just a massive demand product that we know we're going to take the world by storm. I really believe that this company is going to be the next mega giant of the industry. And we're at the very beginning, guys. So that is an honor. Now, Thursday, mark this down your calendar. That's going to be the 19th, coming up this week, right? Bob, Rana, and Christy are going to do another launch update. And this is the one you do not want to miss. Okay, so make sure you're there for that. We're going to just give me a minute here, guys. We put the application over in the chat room for any new people that want to pull that up. You can pull that up there, fill it out, get it back to the person that shared this with you to lock you in the pay line before we actually go live. Just give me about a minute here. We're going to queue up the what we call the fast track training guide, where we're going to go over the 4-step system. Now, this was created by Bob Rana, and I'm going to tell you right now, guys, what this is going to do. If you apply what I'm going to share with you, you will move up the ranks at lightning speed. So just give me one moment. I'm going to just turn this back to Peter real quick. He can romance you while I get this ready. Over to you.
Ooh, romance, I like it. Well, hey, I wanted to wish everybody a happy Father's Day, and it's really a special day. And guess what? I would have been using these video emails to congratulate everyone else on Father's Day, and hopefully I would receive one from my children and so on too. But great, great product to be able to send out to everybody around the world. And like Robert said, and what we talked about in the presentation, just use the product. If you use the product, people understand and notice what it is when they get it. There's very little, if any, selling involved. They're going to say, hey, that's really cool. How can I get it myself? Or, hey, that's really cool. Thank you so much for the video email. I'd never got one before, as Daryl had mentioned. Or, if you're talking about the business to them, some people will say, hey, it's not for me. I suppose that's possible, but I don't see that happening very often because, as Daryl said, really is no competition out there, and the technology has been tested and retested for going on 18 years now. So it's really a great world-class product. Ready to go, my friend?
Ready to go.
Awesome.
Right.
Hey guys, lean into what Rob has to say. This 4-step system that Bob has put together is so simple, but don't let the simplicity fool you. It is so effective. Over to you, Rob.
Yeah, thank you so much again, Dr. Peter. Greatly appreciate that. All right, guys, we're going to get started here with the second part of our presentations this evening. And this right here is what we call the fast track training guide, because if you apply this, things can happen very fast. But what you want to do is not only apply it, but you want to duplicate this in your team. And you do that by leading by example. So it is the Talk Fusion Fast Track Training Guide. It was created by Bob Randa himself. And let me tell you something, guys, is when I started to apply this is when I really saw results. When I got started back in 2010, I was excited about this, but I thought I could do it my way. Maybe some of you can relate to that. I've been successful, quite successful in other ventures with my own business and other network marketing companies. But when I came here to Talk Fusion, I kind of brought all that stuff with me and thought I could do it a certain way. And I was doing okay. I was getting sales and I was able to support myself, but I wasn't getting the results that my sponsors were getting, Min and Julie Ho. Now, by the way, Min and Julie Ho reached the very top rank of Talk Fusion One. They were the ambassadors at the top of the mountain. And I wanted to earn that with money that they were making. And so I went to them and I said, guys, I've always had great success before, but I just don't seem to be getting close to what you're doing. What am I missing? And they pointed to this. And they said, Rob, it's right here, the 4 steps. I said, they told me, said, listen, just get on track with this, start doing it and watch what happens. So I took their advice and I'm so glad I did. So this is that 4-step system. It's going to allow you to build a massive team, and it's going to teach you how to start sponsoring customers and promoters right away. Notice how I include customers, guys, because that's going to be a big part of your business. Let's get started. So the 4 steps are invite, send video email, opportunity presentation, and follow up. Let's get started with the invitation. This is where everything begins. And what this is you're going to want to write the names down of your top 25 prospects immediately. For all the new folks, if you haven't done this, you got to do it. Okay. You have to have a plan. You've got to have a blueprint, and this is where it all begins. So if you haven't done it, right after this call tonight, guys, sit down with a piece of paper. If you're serious about your business, you'll do this. Write down 25 people, the top 25 people that you know, you like, and trust, and vice versa. Okay. So these are the people you're closest to. Now, what you're going to do is invite them with excitement. Excitement is the key. Bob Rand has always talked about this. It's the excitement that really makes the difference. It's contagious. And maybe you're not so good at words, but if you've got that energy and that excitement, guys, that'll push you over the finish line, okay? Now, we have something here called 2 and 72. This is Bob Rand's creation, and it is brilliant. Hear me closely on this. He calls it 2 and 72, fly or die. What he means by that is this. When you get started, we're going to be going live here, guys, really soon. You're going to get, and this is for the new people when they get started here, your goal is to go 2 and 72, which means to sponsor 2 promoters within your first 72 hours of joining. Now, I know many of you have been here in the pre-launch. You got that done. That's out of the way. Congratulations. But this is for the new folks that just started that maybe haven't done that yet. And certainly when we go live, this is the key right here, 2 and 72. So you want to help those people on your team get their first 2 in 72 hours. If you do that, they're going to be so excited, guys. And that's the whole idea here. Success gives you power, guys, and money gives you energy. So remember that. So some of the invitation ways of getting started, there's a couple examples here. I like this first one. So when I contact somebody on that list, When I call them, I don't just go into a pitch because I don't like that myself personally. I want to know how they're doing, show them that you care. A little small talk, break the ice, warm up, we call it. And then as you casually kind of get into that, guys, don't take too long in that. Just go right ahead and say, by the way, John, I'm just curious, would you be open to looking at a way to increase your current income if it didn't interfere with what you're currently doing? It's a great question. You want to master that. Okay. Don't fluctuate from it. Just get that down. So easy, isn't it? Let me try that again. Hey, Mary, I'm just curious. Would you be open to looking at a new way to increase your current income if it didn't interfere with, what you're currently doing? Just let that question land. We're in a certain time right now that now more than ever, people are looking to supplement their income or altogether looking for a change. People have a demand for income out there. And so that question is very powerful. It's what we call loaded question. When you ask it correctly, most people are going to say, yeah, what do you got? Now you've got permission to move on to the second step, which is send out the video email. Now, another option, if they're in business for themselves, you got a couple examples here. Another good one is, hey, Tony, would you ever heard of a company called Talk Fusion? I'm just curious. No, I haven't. Okay, well, they just recently invented a product which allows you to send video in an email. And so when somebody receives it, it plays like a movie instead of a boring black and white email. You can use it for your business, personal, social media, and it's going to help you to skyrocket your existing business. It's going to help you get more sales and stand out from the competition. What's your email, Tony? I want to send this over right now and get your opinion of this. So there's two different ways to do this, guys, depending on the person that's in front of you. There's also what I call the elevator pitch. And when we get started and we go live, you're going to get your business cards. Make sure you go to the Talk Fusion swag store, get their gear. It's incredible. But also get your business cards, and you'll have your ID very soon here as we go live. Those cards are going to be very important. And let's say you're meet somebody out in public. And one of the things I like to do is a little small talk. And hey, mind if I ask what you do for a business? People love to talk about themselves, and they'll tell you what it is. And so lots of times they'll say, what do you do? But at that point, I'm going to say, do you keep your options open when it comes to making income? You'll be surprised at the reaction. Have those business cards ready. We call that the 3-foot rule, guys. Anybody comes in within 3 feet of you is in danger zone because you're going to share Talk Fusion. It's actually not dangerous. The best thing you could ever do for someone. Let's talk about step 2, sending out the video email. Now, let the product do the selling for you. If somebody asks you, what is it? And you go into explanation mode, well, you just tripped up big time. You just failed yourself and you failed them because that doesn't duplicate. You're not here to explain the product. The product does that for you, right? So let that video email speak loudly. So send out the prospect a video email so they can see it. Okay, it's going to explain it so you don't have to. And people love that because people in this day and age don't want to be involved in having to sell and explain things. Now you're going to add the personal touch, and this is only what our product does. You'll record a quick 30-second video of yourself, an introduction, for example, saying hello, and whatever it is you want to communicate to that prospect. And then you're going to be able to merge one of the following Talk Fusion videos. Now, these are going to be found to already be accessible to you when we go live in the video email center in your Talk Fusion website. So it's automatically going to play right after your personal greeting. So you'll have a user-friendly way of doing this. You'll see it when you get in your back office. You'll create your intro, and then you're going to be able to merge it with these different videos that do the work for you. The sizzle video, this is hot. It's a fast-paced, exciting, and motivational opportunity video. The why video, why everybody should be using video email for business, personal, charity, social media platforms. And then the goodbye, email, hello video email. So these are videos, and this is a product video specific that will showcase how you can stand out in the inbox with video email or all the communication mediums you're using. So these additional little sizzle videos are going to really help build interest and excitement. Now here's the key. You got to send video emails out every day. If you're serious about this, just think how many people, every time you get an email in your inbox, and if you're like me, you've lost count how many you get daily, send them back a video email. Say, hey, I saw your email. It didn't catch my attention. I was just about ready to put it in the trash, but I figured out I'd share this with you. And then shoot them back an email, right? Can't hurt. So every day, and that warm market, that 25 that you begin with, you're going to, as you get in there and you start putting down names, it's going to jot your memory of people maybe you forgot. So you'll be adding on to that daily. And that's the key. Get the video emails out daily to build both personal and business relationships. All right. So another thing that you heard Dr. Wolfing talk about tonight, the video emails have real-time tracking, and that is so valuable. Remember, you're going to get to see exactly when to follow up with that prospect. As soon as you get notified, move quick, guys. Get on them and get the questions in the door. Okay. Now, after somebody watches your video email, they may want to sign up right away. And if that's the case, sign them up. Don't make the mistake of having them get into a presentation. We can do that later. But when they're ready, close it up and put them in the system and get them started. Okay. So if they see it, love it, want it, guys, don't wait for the presentation. Sign them up right away. And then if they have additional questions or you want to share more of how this all works, you can invite them to the opportunity presentation later. Now, there will be folks that are going to need more questions. They're not ready to sign up right at that spot. So this is where we bring them in to the opportunity presentation. You see, we have a system here that's designed at every step of the way to bring your prospects through all the information they're being exposed to make a intelligent decision. And it's pretty obvious what that's going to be. So what you'll do here is, if the prospect has more questions, you'll introduce them to this incredible presentation that we're going to be having here several days a week, and you'll have access to that. So definitely make sure you do that. Also, step 4 is very, very important. Once they've seen a presentation, you want to make sure you follow up immediately. And this comes from Bob Reyna himself. He's the king of speed. Okay. Success loves speed. And Bob's always told us, follow up immediately after the presentation. Don't wait. He says waiting is a death sentence in our industry, and he's 100% correct. When they've just watched that presentation, make sure you've got a time and call them back right away. The faster you contact them, the faster they're going to get started. If you put it on hold, guys, and you wait an hour, 2 hours, or whatever, life gets in the way. They forgot about what they saw, and that could cost you a sale. So it's very important. Now, another thing you're going to want to do, and this is real important here, is identify their motivation or why they want to do the business. Okay, now Bob Reyna created this. It's called the FORM method, and this is brilliant. The F on that form stands for family. What would they like to, would they like to spend more time with the family? Obviously, everybody would. Occupation, how you feel about your job? Are you making what you're worth? Are you getting, you enjoying your work? Most people are not happy with their job. I call it just over broke. Then recreation. This is a big hot button right here. John, if you had more time, what would you be doing? If money wasn't an issue, what would you be doing with your life at this point? And then of course money, the key one right here. Got to have money, guys. It gives you options, puts food on the table, pays the rent, pays the mortgage. That's a basic right there. So find out what do they need money for? Is it a house? Is it whatever? Pay off their debt, send the kids to college, and need a vacation, whatever it is. This is really important that you gather this information on all of your prospects, because I use index cards to do this, guys, and I have a file that I keep on them, because at some point I can go back and utilize this to help motivate them further. Okay, so keep that form method in mind. It's very powerful. People will always relate better to why you do the business, and also I share that with them, why I'm here, versus how you do the business. Okay, so MLM is a team sport, and it's possible. Okay, the bottom line, if possible, make sure you have people in the upline available for your prospects or your promoters. So I always share with people, when you get started here, guys, have at least 2 or 3, and you can have more, but have at least 2 or 3 people in your upline support team that are going to be there to help you. And that's where your sponsor comes in. They should be able to help you with that. And this is very important, because when you bring someone through the system, especially if you're new, you can introduce them to your upline having success, and they're going to go in there and actually close the sale for you. We're trained on how to do this, guys. It's very, very powerful. We'll come in, we'll share our story, answer any questions the prospect might have, and then we're going to take the pulse. Then we're simply going to ask them a question, which is, hey, John, based on everything you've seen so far, do you see an opportunity here? And if they say yes, that means the light bulb on. Welcome aboard. We close them right there on the spot for you. Okay, so make sure you utilize this. All right, now, the time to get the new promoter started properly is the minute they join. So once they're in the system, we want to get them going. If they're in as a promoter, we have a responsibility to help them and get them having success quickly. That's where that 2 and 72 comes in. So we want to create momentum quickly, get them to write up that list. First thing, get that prospect list, that 25 list. Let's start making some dials. My goal here is to get you qualified in the next 72 hours. And if we work together, we can do that. Keep sponsoring more promoters and customers. You never stop promoting, guys. Go with this for like next 2 years, 2-3 years, guys, and amazing things can happen. And this is about duplication. We can't do this on our own. But this system that I just shared with you, and when you duplicate this in your team, guys, things can happen like magic. It really can. You can see things incredibly. Once you get the momentum going by duplicating this, it's very powerful. Now, Bob says often it's simple, and it is simple. But unfortunately, we tend to make it complicated, don't we? At least I know I did, because I was standing in my own way. I thought I knew best. And even though I had a lot of knowledge and I was able to do great things in the past, I didn't understand this system until my sponsors pointed this to me. And I said, whoa, they were maxing out the comp plan, guys. And, I'm not going to argue with success. And they pointed me to the system. I started to apply it and things turned around very quickly. So follow these steps. Okay. If you're serious, duplicate them and you get to see amazing things happen. So I want to end up this incredible presentation tonight with a quote from the founder and CEO. Bob Randa says this, folks: bring us your dreams and we'll help you do the rest. Wow. Thank you so much for everything you do, Bob and Christy Randa. Guys, I want to just acknowledge everybody here tonight. We appreciate all of you. Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. And we're going to be back again tomorrow. We got this thing going. We come back here twice a day. We'll be back at 12 noon and 8 p.m. Eastern to be there for you guys so you can bring your guests. We're going live, and I mean soon. So make sure you're on that Thursday presentation with Bob and Chris. They're going to give us, I really believe we're going to get the date, okay? Maybe I shouldn't have said that, but I believe that in my opinion, we're going to get the date. Okay, so don't miss it. God bless everybody. Hey, I see Melody McFarlane out there. Man, that gal right there, she's a whale of whales. Melody, so good to have you here. She has seen it all, been at the top of the mountain. She came out of retirement too for this. Great to see you, Melody. A lot of great leaders in the house with us. Greg Hayden is in here with us. And if I forgot to mention somebody, forgive me for that, guys, but we're losing track of how many whales are on the door, and that's just a good indication. Guys, we'll see you at the top. God bless. Bye for now.
Not everybody.